We'll be crossing that bridge out there in a minute. Going way across the bay. This bridge we're about to go over, we're in Pensacola and we're heading over to a long skinny island that Destin, Florida is on, and Fort Pickens that we're going to is on. I think the island is called Santa Rosa Island, but it's long, skinny, and we're about to take this long bridge over there, and it's so long there was just a sign that said, check your fuel, long bridge. It's so long you might run out of gas. So we're on the road to Fort Pickens, and you've got water on that side and water on that side. Kind of hard to see, but we're just on a narrow sandy strip.
We're at Fort Pickens. That's near Pensacola, Florida. And we're going to be here for 2 days, 3 nights. And it's coastal defense fort started in 1834, I believe. We'll find out more about the dates when we get over to the visitor center, to defend Pensacola Harbor and the naval station there that the fledgling United States established after the War of 1812. And it's got a lot of beach and dunes and some trails and some scenery. So we're going to spend a couple days here and see what it's all about. We're actually walking on the Florida Trail, which I believe is a trail that extends the entire length of Florida, maybe all the way down to the Keys or somewhere down in that area.
We're walking a trail out to Fort Pickens.
That's Fort Pickens. We'll go over and explore that, but there were a couple of buildings over here. We weren't sure what they were, so we thought we'd come over and find out. Oh, this one has a Coca-Cola sign in front of it, so it might be some kind of a snack bar or restaurant. It has open signs, but it looks dark in there. Mine Storeroom, 1900. This actually isn't the first time that we've run into Fort Pickens on this trip. When we were at Fort Bowie back in Arizona, right? That's where that was. We learned that the Apache were brought to Fort Pickens as a way of subjugating and pacifying them, removing them from their ancestral homeland, I guess, and keeping them docile. They were removed to Fort Pickens, and as far as we know, they meant this Fort Pickens. So as we walk along here, we can think about the Mescalero Apache
This might have been another mine
being here
right
for several decades before they were able to return to Arizona. Fort Pickens was finished in 1834, so I'm not sure when construction began. And it was the Chiricahua Apache, not the Mescalero Apache, and they were here for 27 years apparently. Fort Pickens saw action during the Civil War, but apparently it was held by the Union troops, and it exchanged gunfire with Fort McCree and Fort Barrancas across the bay, which were in Confederate hands. So from the sounds of it, the Union never did lose control of Fort Pickens. These look like medieval firing portals in a castle in Europe. I mean, this wall must be 8 feet thick, and just this narrow slot at the end to shoot your crossbow out. Doesn't seem like a fort that would have been built in the 19th century. They're forecasting lightning and rain for across the middle part of the day until about 3 or 4. And then it's supposed to clear up and be a nice evening, I guess. We got the bikes out. We want to go out riding, but we're probably going to hold off until the rain goes. This is why we cut our bike ride short. It's kind of wet out there right now. And thundering, lightning. It's supposed to clear up later on.
Wow, look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. All this white beach. Hardly anybody out here. Whoa. Beautiful.